question, which is fundraising is about people. I don't think donors are going to respond just to a robot calling them up and asking for money. How do you kind of strike the balance between human intuition and that kind of AI-driven insights part that we're looking to generate to kind of build those stronger donor relationships? Katie, did you want to jump into that one?
Yeah, I definitely can. Yeah, I think look, at the end of the day, fundraising starts and ends with people. I think we're probably going to say this a million times in this chat, but AI is there to support, not replace, these human relationships. AI gives us the insights that's backed by the data that's sitting in your Microsoft or your CRM to have that better visibility around who's likely to give, who's likely to churn, who's likely to upgrade. It really just means that you're going to spend less time guessing and more time connecting. So AI is doing all of that data heavy lifting, all of this manual work, all of really the painful work in our segmentation that a lot of fundraisers spend a lot of time doing. And it's having the data to back up your strategy. But at the end of the day, you are still the one driving your strategy. AI surfaces these insights and opportunities, but fundraisers still apply their judgment, their empathy, their human interaction. So I would say that AI is definitely not a silver bullet. It's not doing everything for you. It's just uncovering insights that are sometimes difficult to see when you have a large CRM or database with a lot of information sitting in there. So it's kind of bringing these to your attention so that you can use these to increase your, lifetime value of donors, retention, ensure you're engaging with them the way that they want to be engaged with at the right time with the right ask, right? We also, allows us to not create this donor fatigue by going out to every single donor for every single appeal, right? So again, it's all about reaching out at the right time and also potentially uncovering some donors that didn't come up in your typical segmentation that are highly likely to leave a major gift or upgrade their regular gift. But at the end of the day, AI is just taking the guesswork out of your fundraising, but it's not doing, can never replace that human interaction and that connection that you build with your donors.
How about you, John? Through Clever, how do you strike the right balance between the human aspect and the technology?
Yeah, I think completely agree with what Katie shared, and very similar sentiment. I'll kind of start off by saying that I assume most or everyone on the call has heard Microsoft Copilot. They're very good at marketing it, but they called it Copilot for a reason. They didn't call it Autopilot. So, you're the pilot sitting in the plane, and you've got a co-pilot, which is some AI sitting next to you, but the plane doesn't fly itself without your involvement. So the intention is not to replace people as part of the process, because that's going to lead to a suboptimal outcome. But, Katie talked about, less time guessing, more time connecting. AI helps you do that by, analyzing the data, recognizing patterns, making sense of the noise, particularly when you've got a large database. What you bring then is empathy and context and decision making, and using those two things together, they're really powerful. And it kind of leans back onto the doing more with less and doing less manual work. So the AI is essentially augmenting your judgment and giving you more tools in the toolbox to help you make better decisions and make better judgments. So, for example, helping you identify potential high value donors or lapsed supporters, or ensuring that if you've received a major gift from a very important donor, you don't start hitting them with the recurring giving for $10 or $20 a month, because that's not going to be a good experience in their mouth when they've given you their time and money. So it's really about having not just more data but better conversations. But I think also that not every touch point should be automated. Like, it shouldn't just be the machine or the system talking to your donors and your supporters. I think the key is knowing when to use the technology. but also when to pick up the phone, because sometimes that can be a lot more effective than just sending another email. So it's about replacing, not about replacing, sorry, your intuition, but about enhancing it with better tools, better data, better decision making that allows you to, again, do more with less.
I might just add too, I think what we're seeing as well a lot with our customers is it allowing fundraisers to be more proactive rather than reactive. So you just reminded me, Jono, right? Rather than, after you receive all these gifts, then building out that strategy, but being able to predict, what actions donors are likely to take, so you can ensure you have that next best action, and then on that best path to, stay with your organization for the long term. So more that idea of always on proactive fundraising rather than what we've kind of seen in the industry is super regimented, reactive fundraising.